Hello and what is up guys, Rye here and welcome back to some more BeamNG Drive. Today we are taking a look at the Tesla Cybertruck. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright guys, so like I said, we have the Tesla Cybertruck in front of me. This is a mod for BeamNG Drive using the body created in automation along with the engine and everything. So yes, it does have an engine, it's not an electric vehicle, but it does sound like an electric vehicle. If you actually just start up this drag race here, I'm revving the car up. As you can see here, the volume is the same normal volume as always. It doesn't make a single sound. And when we actually do the drag race like we're going to do in a sec, you'll see that this thing is just as fast as the real Cybertruck. So 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. I'm not sure in the exact specs, horsepower, torque, etc. I couldn't find that out. I can actually probably just test it in BeamNG Drive, but that's okay. For the engine under us, we have I think it's a flat 6 engine. A flat 6, yeah, boxer 6 engine, so flat 6. Twin turbocharged, so I'm hoping for like what 1500 horse. It probably is in this game because it's not, of course, super real. It's realistic, but it's not crazy. We're gonna do a drag race today, as well as another couple of challenges. We're gonna do a towing contest to see how much this thing could tow. The real Cybertruck can tow a whopping 14,000 plus pounds. We're hoping for more than that. 0 to 60 2.9. Of course, I'm hoping for more than that. And of course, this thing is supposed to be basically a tank. It does look like one. It looks like a tank. It is an objectively horrid-looking vehicle. It's cool. I think it's ugly as heck, but it is cool. So we're going to take a look here. We're going to start off with the drag race. First things first. Quarter mile, I'm hoping for around the 11-second mark, so the rear guard tires are squealing here. 0 to 60 in definitely less than 2.9, 0 to 100 kilometers in what, 2.7 seconds, going straight on through the quarter mile, finishing in a whopping 10.21 seconds. So very fast, definitely approaching the high-end sports cars, if not supercar fast. I did do a bit of test with this car first off. We're just going to free roam. We did test the 0 to 60 now and the stuff, so that's all good. The brakes are absolutely atrocious. The only time you can actually brake is if you go in reverse. And even then, it's not that great. So this thing is a 4-speed, I think it's just a dual clutch transmission, so we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. So 4 speeds. You can hear me just hammering away on the keyboard. There's nothing else. Top speed, I think, of 260 kilometers an hour. We'll get up to top speed now just to see. I'm not sure what the real Cybertruck can do. It's hopefully going to get up there. I think yeah, 260 is pretty much what it is. We're going to brake now. Come on, stay strong. The brakes are definitely not this vehicle's strong suit. I'm sure the Tesla Cybertruck has better brakes than this thing. I think it's going to have wider tires. See, these tires are quite narrow. Quite narrow. I'm not even sure if they're off-road tires like the Cybertruck is or something. I'm not sure if it can do 0 to 60 with those. So, now, for those of you guys quickly who are not familiar with what the heck this thing is supposed to be, Tesla recently unveiled their latest and greatest vehicle, Tesla, the electric automobile company, the Tesla Cybertruck. So it is Elon Musk's vision for what a pickup truck, I guess, should be. Whether or not he's right, well, we'll see soon. So it is a full-size pickup truck, competing against the F-150. It's actually a bit bigger than the full-size, the half-ton trucks, the F-150, Chevy 1500, etc. Dodge Ram. It's a little bit, or just the Ram. It's a little bigger than them. You can see its styling is very, I don't want to say abstract, but it's definitely, it's not my cup of tea. It's probably not some of yours either, but it might be some of your guys' favorite car in the world. Who knows? It does handle okay. In this mod, of course, it's a gas engine, guys. First gear takes you all up to 100 kilometers, which is actually pretty impressive. Definitely long gearing, but it's still incredibly fast. We got just a light bar at the back. Up top here, we can see. So I guess it's like a, what is this, like a solar panel? It's supposed to be, I guess, or is this all solar panels? I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. Basically, the whole box of the truck is actually covered up with like some sort of shutter system, I guess is what it is. Basically, a tunnel cover. This thing just likes to drift. The with traction control off it is just a crazy drift car. Honestly, it's probably one of the best handling drifting vehicles I've ever used. So right now we're just going to take it around the track just for a little bit. By yourself, I know. But it does handle well, very well for a big vehicle. It probably weighs an exceedingly high amount, but we're not here to test the weight of the vehicle. That doesn't matter for a pickup truck. What matters is, of course, if it's bulletproof, like Elon Musk claims his Cybertruck is basically bulletproof. And very strong. So you can see we just hit the wall at pretty fast speed, and it's not that damaged. So we're going to do a quick little quarter-mile run here. And it's just so eerie. There's no sound at all coming from the vehicle. Yeah, we're going to do over 100k. We're going to do 180k, 180 kilometers an hour, 190 kilometers an hour. Did you guys just see that? Did you guys honestly just see that? What? So what happened there was... Oh my god. That was so great. What happened there is the We didn't hit that. The truck is so high somehow, it didn't hit that. We're gonna flip it over just to show you here. It hit just the engine. Look, it pushed the engine back. If we respawn here and flip this thing over, what the heck? Oh my god, now I've never done that in my test at all. If the engine is pushed back, that is just crazy. We're gonna try that one more time because I had no idea that could happen. That might be the new intro for the video. My gosh. So we're going here. We're gonna do 160 kilometers an hour, 170, 180, 190, 200 kilometers an hour. Oh, we just lost one tire. That's okay. We're going this way. Nothing like grinding steel. So we did hit the wall. I mean, not directly on, but we hit it at a pretty fair speed, and it's just a little bit of a dent. So what Elon Musk is claiming that due to the exoskeleton construction, which is some sort of unique unit body construction for the pickup truck, it's going to be very, very, very tough. Made out of stainless steel for, you know, rust resistance reasons. It sounds more expensive, but it's apparently a fairly cheap truck at $50,000 US starting at, or 49.9 I think, or 49.8. $50,000 US is what it starts at. 0-60 in 6.5 seconds for the base model, and the highest end model, which is, I'm not sure what they're going to call it, just the tri-motor, 3 motors instead of the usual 2 or 1. 0-60 in 2.9 seconds. Towing capacity 15 or 14,000 plus pounds, and a payload capacity of I think 3,500 pounds, which is pretty much in line. If you guys are looking for a new pickup truck, Tesla, you know, is trying to definitely turn your eye here. So what I'm going to do now is set up a towing test with a bunch of vehicles and see which one we can tow the farthest, or tow it all if not tow it all. So let's see in one sec. So you guys are going to notice in front of me there is a Gavril T-Series truck along with a few Gavril T-Series trucks and a big trailer. So I have, I think, 5 or 4 vehicles and 1 trailer next to me. The first weighs about 6,500 kilograms, so around 14,000 pounds, which is the Tesla Cybertruck's, you know, maximum payload or not payload, towing capacity. Next to that, we have a truck that weighs, another Gavril T-Series, weighs about 8,000 kilograms, so 1,500 more kilograms. Then 10,000, so 2,000 more. Then 13,000, 3,000 more. Then 16,500, so 3,500 pounds or kilograms more. So it is what, like it's over double of the first trailer. So we're going to start by towing. I have it connected with 2 points here. Both cars are going to be, of course, in drive without parking brakes on. This is the T-Series that we're on right now, so it is just in the first gear, engine off, so there's no engine assist. Parking brakes obviously off, and we're just going to switch through every vehicle here and see if we can pull this thing. And right off the bat, it does already start to spin. It could also be due to the points and the tires being lifted off the ground and whatnot, so not optimal tire traction, but it looks like it is going pretty fine. I have done a test before when on camera, and I can pull this thing up to around 90 kilometers an hour, so I think that's what we're getting at too. We're getting about 100 kilometers an hour, actually. Not really anymore. Oh, now 140, but that's not true, actually. It's more like 100, but you know. So around 90 kilometers an hour is what we can do for this thing, so we're just going to reset it and do the next truck. And now we have the 8,000 kilogram Gavril T-Series, which is how much pounds is that? 8,000 kilograms is 17,500 pounds. So we are already exceeding the probably the recommended and guaranteed payload support or towing support of the Tesla Cybertruck. You can see the back end is taking a bit of a dip. Oh, we have to take the track. We got to take the parking brake off, of course, because that would not be good. And it looks like it is doing it again, a bit slower. Oh wow, it's definitely, the front end is definitely struggling for traction. It's definitely lifted almost off the ground, but it's still doing around 80 kilometers an hour we're getting up to, so just a bit less, but it's still doing at 90 kilometers an hour we're getting. I did want to mention, and I'll probably put this as the top comment on the video as well, the mod for this is linked in the description, so some guy made this. I didn't make this myself, that's why there's no video on it. I didn't see a point in actually making a build part of this because it's just a triangle with wheels, guys. What do you want to say? This thing's actually going a bit faster. It seems like over 100 kilometers an hour, and it's turning kind of weirdly, but that's okay. And we're going to brake with this thing, and it does not want to brake at all. We're just going to go back to this. We'll try the next truck. And again, we have the next vehicle, so we're on it right now. We're not going to drive it, obviously. We're going to go back to the Cybertruck. Oh, and it's struggling. It is struggling. This one is 10,000 kilograms. So what is that, 22-ish thousand pounds? Definitely over Elon Musk's recommended towing specs for the vehicle. This could definitely, you know, at this spec, it's out towing pretty much anything in its class, but not diesels. Obviously, diesels can tow around 30,000 for the you know, the medium-duty pickup trucks. So we are still towing this thing at 210 kilometers an hour. We're not, but it's actually surprising how it's oh, it's probably because the front tire doesn't have traction. Really, yeah, it doesn't have any traction. That's why it's saying we're going so fast. Crazy. So I did tow it, definitely a lot harder. And then on to the next truck, I guess. And obviously, each vehicle that I do has a slightly different, of course, points that I'm attaching it to. It's not a perfect science, obviously, but every car is going to, I'll show you, every car is in first gear with the engine off, parking brake off, obviously, just make sure it's fair. Oh, we're not going reverse, we're going forward here. Oh, it's doing it. Oh, one tire's off the ground here. See different points. It's slightly higher, I guess, is what it is. But we still are going. Just slow down just a bit. Now the tire's not even making any sound. That's cool. That's nice. But it is still moving at just barely. This one is, what is this one? 13,000 kilograms. How much pounds is that? 13,000 kilograms. That's 29,000 pounds. So if we get to the last one, which is 16,000 kilograms, we are outdoing heavy-duty diesels. Oh, not heavy-duty, medium-duty diesels, I would say, not heavy-duty. Like full-ton pickup trucks, basically. Wow, it is still doing it. That's not bad at all. And then on to finally the last trailer. Can we tow it? Well, let's see. And finally, guys, in front of us, this is the very last pull we're going to try. Because you can't move the trailer just with the Tesla Cybertruck that I know of, because it just doesn't move until like a break in it, I guess. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, who knows. So I attached another Gabriel T series. This is more of an entry-level model weighing 6,000 kilograms to the trailer weighing 15,000. So a combined total of our nearly, what, 22,000 kilograms, 22,500, 23,000 kilograms. So nearly 50,000 pounds this thing's going to be towing. We're going to try to anyways. So again, the truck is off in first gear. Parking brakes off, and the Tesla Cybertruck is attached with just two nodes, and it looks like it can do it. Wow, how much can this thing tow, honestly? I don't think the truck would last. Look, actually, we are missing that. We're missing we're missing 5 pounds. Wow, that is very impressive. I mean, this is obviously not real life, but you know, if this is anything like the real life truck, I'm pretty impressed. But it is also on wheels, and I'm not gonna lie, guys. I increased the fuel in this thing to add some weights for a bit more grip, as well as decrease the tire pressure down to just a 5 psi per tire. I'm not sure if it actually does anything in Beam. But it looks like it's doing something, because this thing actually is moving pretty quick. And how are the brakes? Still absolutely dreadful. So I think that's pretty much it for that, guys. The vehicle is 100% able to tow another vehicle. Of course, it can't be smashed around that easily, and looks like crap now, but that's okay. So now what we're going to be doing is I'm going to take it on the automation test track to see if this thing can really compete against other sports cars and supercars. See you guys in just one sec. And lastly, we are at the automation test track map, but we are not actually doing the test track, we are doing the hill climb. Not the full loop circuit, just the hill climb. We're going to see if this thing is as capable off-road as Elon Musk claims it to be. So this thing is supposed to be an off-road oriented pickup truck with a ton of horsepower. And in real life, you know, on the actual demo, it had, or not the demo, but the actual truck of the event had massive off-roading tires. And, you know, a bunch of other great off-road specs as well. So let's see if this thing is decent off-roading. Of course, we're not using any traction control at all. And we're going to keep it in manual mode because that's more fun. Definitely not 2.9 seconds 0 to 60. A little more than that just off-roading. We're going to brake just a bit. This thing is just absolutely terrible off-road. Oh boy. And we're not restarting this at all, guys. We're just going to keep going regardless of what happens because that's perfectly fine. This is an off-road truck, guys. It should be able to handle the heat, right? Full speed ahead here. Oh wow, we are just flying. The brakes are atrocious. Whoever made this, guys, the braking was not their first priority. I think design-wise, it actually, you know, looks pretty darn close to the real thing. You know, this does have 2 brake lights. Come on, guys, it should be one all the way across. I know it kind of glitched out, but that's okay. Definitely a bit more of a fun video, guys. You know, not so serious. I do have more build videos coming soon. The part 2 of the challenge, where we test the vehicles and the tracks coming, as well as actual more challenges that we're gonna have and stuff are coming as well. So you guys should be excited for that. Myself, I'm actually going on vacation for like 4 days, I guess is what it is, in the middle of next month. I'm still going to post regularly. I have some videos scheduled to upload, but I'm going to go race some cars around a track, actually. So I'm driving a McLaren 570 myself, so I'm going to record that too. And I will probably put that together with a bunch of like pretty much like a 20-minute vlog or something like that about my IRL cars. Maybe I might make it a separate one and just post like my track days and stuff in both my cars, because I've tracked my IS 350 before. That was back in September. I have the video of that. You know, 5-minute video along with like a vlog update and stuff about the car. Maybe we'll talk about the vehicle, and then I'll have one maybe for my other car, my 1974 Maverick, which is getting out of the shop hopefully in the next 2 weeks. Hopefully before Christmas. I'd love for her to get out before Christmas. I know there's tons of snow on the ground and stuff, so I have to get a trailer now to another shop to get something else put on. But this thing handles surprisingly decent. I really am curious to see how much this thing weighs, though. It feels like an absolute tank. And I know I want to make a tank video. I'm still going to make a tank video, obviously. It's going to be way better at off-roading than this thing. It's going to have a lot less power. Maybe more torque, though. I want something with like maybe 1,000 pound-feet of torque when I do my off-road build. A modern off-roader, a massive modern off-roading tank, basically. Maybe I'll make it an actual pickup truck, just the tank. So just over 2 minutes, not even trying at all, just sort of driving around. We're going to go straight just for a little bit longer. Well, we finished the video, basically. Oh my gosh, there's a wall there. Look at this thing. It just slides. We're going to slow down just a bit. Oh, this is getting scary. This is getting scary. This is getting scary. Oh, we're good. We're good. So we're coming up to the ice just up ahead, and we'll see how this thing handles in ice, which is going to be off, you know, just awful probably. Oh, we're going to break. Oh, the Cybertruck's so good at taking damage. Just the tires pop, guys. That's fine. Let's fix that. We can't drive it like that. So I know I didn't really test the actual crashing of the vehicle, but as you know, as what we saw, it is actually extremely durable. And I was hoping to get a crash in here, but we actually just can't even get traction at all. Come on, there we go, buddy. Good job, Elon, making a good vehicle. Even though Elon didn't make this at all, but you know. We're going. Look at that. Let's look at that exoskeleton, guys. It's very, very strong. That'll buff right out, clearly. It's not going to buff right out, but definitely a fun vehicle to just play around with. Of course, it's not a real electric car, as you can tell. Maybe someone will make a mod with an electric vehicle at some point. I mean, electric Cybertruck. There's other mods. I wanted to do a Tesla Model S versus the Cybertruck, like a drag race or something, but the Tesla Model S mod wouldn't work, and that made me upset. So I just said, you know what, screw it. We're doing the Cybertruck. We're gonna see what it can do compared to another truck. So it can out-tow its competitors. Clearly, it's very, very capable of towing. It is faster than anything else. It also looks like nothing on the roads. If that interests you guys, just buy me a Cybertruck, then that sounds perfectly fine. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't, I mean, you know, I'll take one for free, obviously. I wouldn't spend my own 50,000 American, which is what some Canadians, like, what, 80,000? I think it's going to be starting at 60,000 Canadians, what it starts at, which is, I think, cheaper, actually, in Canada, but they'll probably take away some features like they do with the Model 3. I wouldn't buy it with my hard-earned money. I would probably buy something like a F-150 Raptor, just because it's just got more style, you know? It's cooler. It's cooler. Even though it's a V6, it's cooler. This thing is just not cool in my opinion. I mean, it's fast as heck. I'd rather get a Model 3 Performance or a Model S P100D, or maybe the new Model S Plaid that's coming out at some point. So yeah, this is the Tesla Cybertruck, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really did too. This is a bit of a different video. We're doing, this is more of like a mod test video, I guess is what it is, which is probably what I'll name this. You know, a bit more fun. The Cybertruck's a bit more fun, but a bit quirkier than a lot of the other cars I make, obviously. Better design than every other car I've ever made. I'm just kidding. It's honestly a ugly vehicle. Props to the person who actually made the Cybertruck body mod. I'll link that down too, actually, in the description, as well as the actual mod for this car with no sounds and stuff. And I just want to say thank you to all the people who are subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing. Do you guys share? I don't know. Share the video. Why not? You know, it really does mean a lot to me that you guys enjoy this stuff, and I enjoy the hell out of it too. So, you know, thank you guys for that. Next video is coming out in a few days, probably either going to be the test video for the 1980s sporty coupes, or it's going to be I really want to do a 1990s JDM four-door sport sedan, like a Evo or a WRX STI, I guess is what it is. So that's what I really want to do right now. That's what someone recommended. I'm stoked to that, so I'm actually probably going to record that right after this. So anyways, guys, sorry for the rant. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.